All right.
Okay, so I can't wear a headset.
We
I
we
can't wear a headset.
You're fine. You're fine. We are live and kicking on who's this heathen, right? And then I want them to introduce themselves only because when I introduce somebody, it's a little more biased, right? But for the
Ah, okay.
next 20, 30 minutes, we're with Jordan. He is our first ever Heathens FIFA, and it's a
Oh,
weirdly it's his entrance to the team was out of nowhere, right? And
yeah, was that?
I'd let him explain that himself. But go ahead. Who is Jordan Davidson? Who is Jordan Davidson?
Basically, I'm a 24-year-old FIFA player, pro clubs. I'm a 21-time champion. So
He said 21.
quite
Remember that
21
21.
times champion. 21.
21. Jesus Christ. Go ahead. Sorry.
Gonna be 22 soon.
Hell
Gonna be
yeah.
22.
Hell yeah. We're going
That's
for
the
that big
plan.
old 30.
That's the plan before I retire. 30. That's the
Hmm.
plan.
Go ahead.
I'm from the UK as well, so I don't think we have any UK players. I think,
We
or do we?
player no. Content creator we did. We had someone from Ireland, Northern Ireland.
I don't think that's the UK.
Yeah, that's not the
I think
UK.
Northern Ireland.
Close
I
enough.
think, yeah, close enough. It's pretty much the same pond. It's the same
Yeah.
pond, literally. Thanks for having me on, man.
Of course, man. This is a platform for everyone to get to know the individual members and athletes and esport members with Heathens, right? Give them a showcase of who they are. And for you, and I have a few questions that I'm actually very curious about. One being, how long have you been playing FIFA for? Let the everyone know how long you've been playing that game and why FIFA. Because you said that you're a
Oh,
big Call of Duty fan, right? So,
yeah, yeah,
why
huge.
FIFA and not Call of Duty
We're talking competitively or just in general,
competitively?
or both. Or competitively, probably FIFA end of FIFA 15.
Hmm.
Uh, I wasn't very good. I wasn't very good at like FIFA 15 or 16. I don't think I won anything. I think my most successful one was like FIFA 17 or something like 13 trophies.
Hmm.
Uh, I genuinely believe I think I was probably the best like player in the UK by from like earning wise and trophy wise, and yeah, I was, in my opinion, the best player in the
Hmm.
UK. Right, and it wasn't even close.
And then
Like,
with that, explain more to others. Like what does it mean by trophies, right? Like winning. How much was the prize pools in some of these? What kind of earnings are you talking about? What can someone claim as the best in UK for FIFA?
well, I won, I won the Ballon d'Or in a 15,000 member league.
15,000.
15,000, yeah, I won.
15. Wait. 15,000.
Players.
Play. Oh shit! All
Like
right.
that's from like across like UK and like a couple like from France and
Mm-hmm.
other things. This was FIFA 17. This is when I was like my peak of my powers. I
Mm-hmm.
was untouchable. I actually genuinely believe I was untouchable in that game. Uh, the prize pools weren't that big back then. I think it was like a new scene what people were trying to get involved with, but EA was pushing Ultimate Team like
Mm-hmm.
super hard. I think that's like the first time Ultimate Team became like an actual esport. It wasn't just like tournaments. Like it was actually like prize pools of like
Mm-hmm.
£200,000 and stuff. So pro clubs were getting nothing. We weren't even getting like a tenth of that. We was probably getting like 2% of that. I'm not joking. Like at least 2%, I think.
Wow, that's not a lot at all.
No, it's not really. But we didn't have the audience and we didn't have the eyes on us
Mm-hmm.
because EA was just pushing Ultimate Team. Like players were getting like in-game rewards for like watching it.
What about right now? Do you think EA is still pushing through FIFA and Madden? Because I know we have EA Madden as well on a team. We have Justin. Do you think EA is doing enough to support their esport league?
Ultimate Team wise, yeah. Pro Club wise, no. I don't think they're going to accept pro clubs. I don't think for at least another couple of years, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're just big in building Ultimate Team at the moment because they've got a lot of up and comers players like DH Tex. Yeah, he's incredible. I think he won like the World Championship at like 16 years old or something. The first one
Mm-hmm.
in like FIFA 17. Like he was incredible.
I want to ask this because I want to ask everyone who plays competitively, an advice, like three kinds of advice of you would give to someone who wants to start playing either FIFA or Madden or Call of Duty in general. Like, what are the three advices that you would give to them?
The three advices I'd give to someone: winning is winning. That's one. Losing's not losing. When you lose, you learn.
Mm-hmm.
Go hard all the time. Like if you're serious about it, you need to like we can't be going to like parties.
Mm-hmm.
We can you want to like master your craft basically.
So you've been playing since you were 17, 16,
24. I think properly I was like 19
19.
when I was properly competing, but like I was always having a little dabble in it, like when I was like 15, 16 on like old gen and stuff.
Well, what made you get into it though? What made you get into competitively and not just casual playing the game?
Winning was getting boring playing against like average people, and I was
I like
like,
that.
I'm pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I told my mum and dad, I was like, I want to like try and do something with this, and do like absolutely not. Like you're gonna focus, and you're gonna be playing football, less of this eSport stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do something in sports, be an actual like player, focus. And yeah, I just did my own thing and just pushed that aside.
What about now? What do they think about, after you winning 21 times, good amount of earnings, how do they view esport now with you?
Uh, did well, my mum's not here anymore, but my dad's always saying, "Oh, you need like bigger prize pools and stuff."
Hmm. Um,
Like he wishes there was like a 200k prize pool.
that'll be epic, because I know for a fact for Madden, um, I'm sorry about your mom, by the way. I didn't want to just skip that over and stuff. But with Madden, I know for a fact they have a pro league where you gather enough mud points and qualify to get at the bigger stage. Is there some kind of like that for FIFA, where you qualify
Yeah,
within the game?
yeah, and in Ultimate Team it's called Foot Champs.
Okay,
Uh, that's like play 30 games at a weekend
30 games a
against
weekend.
like 30 games a weekend. You'd be playing against like other like top people. It goes off like your rank and everything. It's like if you're like on like a 10 game winning streak, you're gonna be playing against like the top 2%.
Hmm.
And they just want to like I I don't really know much about Ultimate Team more because I think the algorithms changed from like when I was like thinking about playing it.
Hmm.
When I was playing, like I think I went like 11-0 to start a weekend, and then I think like the next 5 games I got bodied like 4-1, 5-2. Just
Jesus.
playing against a lot better players,
Hmm.
and I was like, yeah, this isn't for me actually. And I just went to pro clubs, and I was like, put all my time and effort into that, and it's paying off slowly. I'd like to think.
I mean, talk more about that. You said you got bored winning against average players and average teams.
Yeah,
What was that mindset like going into the game where you're like, I need better competition, I need better players to play against? Because a lot of people don't kind of have that mindset. They just kind of want to keep winning and feel the thrill of winning without actually learning how to lose.
yeah, but I just knew I weren't playing kids who were on my level. I knew there were better players out there. I
Hmm.
just think I was for like one of the best players out of a bad bunch.
Why did
So
you
I'm like, why
seek? Why did you seek them? Why did you went out your way and actually go look for better players against you?
learn? I knew I weren't the best, but I knew I could. possibly be one of the
Mhm.
best. And then I just literally just found pro clubs, and I was like, this is a lot better now because now I can work on one position and I don't have to focus about 11 positions.
Mhm.
And it was just going through that phase really. It's like trying to see what I wanted to do.
Mhm.
I knew it wanted to be in FIFA. I just didn't know what aspect in FIFA. Like, could it have been like a career mode content creator or an ultimate team like competitor or pro clubs? And I just went for pro clubs. Wrong option, by the way. Like, if I was like 4 or 5 years, if I could go back in time, like 4 or 5 years, I'd say I'd tell like my past self, stick to ultimate team. Trust me, big prize pool. Trust me.
Mhm.
But yeah, can't do that.
How did you get to Call of Duty then? Because you said that you're a big fan of Scump, and
Yeah. Uh,
basically the whole optic. How did that go about playing FIFA, but enjoy watching Call of Duty?
well, my first video game what I played was probably like Halo.
Hmm.
So I've always liked FPS games just in general.
Hmm.
And then I think it was like I don't know what it was. I think it was X Games.
Oh my god, when they won the gold medal.
Yeah, I think it was. I watched a bit, but I think like X Games is where it's like went out of my way to. Like, I didn't just find it by coincidence. Like, I went out of my own way to watch it.
I think that was Scum, Clayster, Proofy and Nate Shot. I think
Yeah,
that was a roster, yeah. For I
that
think
was the roster. Yeah,
that was Ghost, right? For X Games,
yeah, it was Ghost.
that was Ghost. Yeah, that's
I
when.
think they beat like TK in the finals.
Yeah, that's when Call of Duty was like really catching up to the title of esports and actually getting the respect of a competitive video game.
Yeah, definitely. It was that
You
was a really good.
you
Good.
playing Madden, you playing FIFA that long, from 19 to now. You said that your prime time was 1921
Yeah,
around that age.
around that area, I'd say. Yeah.
Why do you say that? Because a lot of people would say like right now would be their prime in gaming. What made you that good then, and you consider
I
not
didn't
right now?
because I didn't really lose, and I was dominant for a
Hmm.
point. I'd say I was dominant for a good like 7 months. Like
Wow.
like we weren't losing.
Hmm.
I think we lost like the odd scrim, but when it came to actual like tournaments and like league,
Hmm.
I think we did. I don't think we actually lost an actual tournament.
So
I think like
your scrims was harder than your tournaments.
no, I just think that we just didn't take it as hard as good. I think we're just messing around really.
Mm.
I think we're just messing around. I think when it came to like games like game day, I think it was like flipping a switch. Like we'd go from like trolling,
Yeah,
like obviously still trying to like play well, not like shit on or anything. But
that's actually how our challengers team for Call of Duty is on a weekday basis. When they play leagues, when they do all these competitions, they seem to can't get it down. But for some reason, when they get into Saturday, that's when the big tournaments are. They have this switch that like turns on and they win, they place, they play better against better teams. But for some reason, during the weekdays, it's like, where'd I go? Right?
yeah,
How does
I understand.
With FIFA, there's 11 players, right? So 11 individuals controlling their own. How do you
Yeah,
manage to control that to actually motivate 10 other players in your team to to focus during the game, to focus during the leagues?
it's not really about keeping everyone focused. I think it's more about in pro clubs. I think it's more about keeping the spine uh,
Hmm.
well disciplined, organized. If your spine's all right, you can. That's like your core players there, and you can. It's like I think about it like Legos, right? You build a big block. That's your foundation, and if anything else around it, you can quite easily just switch parts around
Do
until you
you,
find. a good core.
Did you have any big conflicts?
Yeah, there's always conflict.
How did you go about it actually getting that fixed or getting that situated? Because a lot of people, you see the Call of Duty community, right? Any conflict, big or small, they end up breaking up. Did you ever get to that part, or you sat down with these players and actually, you know, get
Well,
get them going?
I think it was like my first season at like Sicario. I think we started off the league 6-0.
Mm-hmm.
I think our goal. I think we scored some like 30 some goals and only conceded one goal in like 6 games. And then I think like the next game we played like the bottom of the league, and we drew 0-0. And was like, well, this isn't a normal feeling. I mean, we didn't dominate the game as well. If more than
Mm-hmm.
we got dominated more than anything, and we played the bottom of the league. And then I think one player went to, I think it was like Manley, who was
Mm-hmm.
the owner of the car at the time. I think he went behind my back saying, "Yeah, but we're going to try and take the team off Jordan." And like, obviously, like Manley being like a straight up dude, he was like, "Yo, you need to like have a word, because like 7 of these are plotting against you, literally." I was like, "All right, cheers for heads up." I was like, "Right, what's everyone's problem?" And he was just like one person. So I was like, "Right, how are we going to deal with this?" And he goes, "I want the team." I was like, "Well, that's not happening."
I want, I want the team. You need to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, he was like, "I want the team, and I don't want you in it." I was like, "Well, where is this coming from?" He's like, "We just drew to the bottom of the league." I was like, "So you can't have one bad game?
Mm-hmm.
You've never had one bad game in your entire life?" He's like, "Well, if you're not giving me like the reins, you're not going to give me like the reins of the team. Me and the 8 players just going to go." I was like, "Yeah, sweet, go." And I had no problems, and I think like the next like week or two, I think we ended up playing them, and they built this new team. I think we beat them like 7-1. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was embarrassing, and I had no remorse. Literally, I
This
was up in there. Let's get like when we played. I was after the game. I was up in their DMs talking like a lot of crap. Like
explain more. Actually, since you mentioned Manly, how did you get to Sicario? Was what actually, in a more general terms, who was the first organization? What was the first organization you joined, and how did you end up being in Sicario?
I think it came from uh, where did I actually? I I'm not really sure. I think I knew someone who came in as like a content creator. I'm not sure. And I was like, well, I need an org because I want to build my own team.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was been like a while since I actually did that. I've just been usually bouncing around, like
Mm-hmm.
staying with a team for like 2 years, and then the team breaks up and I just move on. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, I want to try and build something, and then Mandy was like, "Yo, let's get into more details. Like, this is my email. Send me all your like like accomplishments and everything."
Mm-hmm.
So I did that, and then I think like about 4 days later, I think yeah, I think I was just part of the team. It was very quick. Like
I
I got
did.
vetted, and it was like 2 days after that or something, I was in.
I didn't even know Sicario Gaming until they placed well in challengers. When I saw their names being out there and stuff, and I was like, "Who's Team Sicario?" And then that's when Spark Eric uh, joined the team, and I was like, "Yo, that's a big moves." And
Yeah, it was
to be quite
huge.
honest with you, when you DM me, I didn't even see the DM until like a few days later, only because mine is filtered, right? If we're not following each other, it's usually in the unknown portion of my DM. So I have to click something else in order for me to see them. So I didn't get to see it until a couple days later. And when you reached out, of course, I did my research. I looked you up. When I saw 21 championship, I was like, I don't know about that one. That's kind of sus. 21 championships. I don't know about that. And I asked Eric, who you were, and I found out that you were from Sicario Gaming. a respectable organization that sadly disbanded early on the year. We quite
Yeah.
don't know exactly why. I mean, it was kind of out of nowhere. They were doing so well as well. Um,
Yeah, doing good.
it was just
You came on up with me.
it was just out of nowhere, and we couldn't. I mean, at least from my perspective, I was like that was kind of odd for me to see it. But when we talked and you said what you said, you explained what you wanted out of us. I explained to you what we can provide and such. The one thing that really caught my eye was you wanted to stay long term. You wanted to plan long term. And not
Yeah.
a lot of players come up to me with that kind of mindset. That's what I long for. I mean, again, like my COD team, at least my main team, they've been together for quite some time, and that's the kind of relationship that I want to build along the way. It's seeing the progress, is seeing the L's go from that to W's, winning tournaments left and right, right. Um, with that being said, what I know for a fact we talk about the plan, but what's the plan now for you, for at least for Heathens FIFA? Explain to the people like what's going on, because I know for a fact they're probably waiting on any more action for FIFA, the streaming, the clips, the highlights. What's next?
Well, we're in the building stage at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very this is like one of the most sensitive points
Mm-hmm.
because you need to. If there's many players who you're interested in, you need to try and. So I've got a list about 22 players at the moment. 22. I need to filter that down to around 13,
Okay.
and then even then that's going to be a problem because you need to find out people's schedules because like some people work
Mm-hmm.
from like 2 p.m. in the afternoon to like 10 at night, so they won't be no good for me
Mm-hmm.
because my games are at 8 and 9 p.m.
Okay. 8 and 9 p.m. What time is that for us? 12? 12, right? By 12, 1 to 12? No, lied. 2 to 3 p.m. Because you're 6 hours ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're probably like,
Yeah. 2 to 3 p.m. Okay. I
it's
mean, yeah, go ahead.
difficult, and it's difficult in that point.
So right now you're looking, right? So everyone that's watching this, everyone that's tuning in, we'll leave the description, his details down below of, his Twitter and all that kind of stuff, so you guys can get to DM him and ask him more about the position and how it goes. Of course, he prefers to be in UK, only because the time difference is going to be a little hard to get in contact with someone from the US to UK time. That's 6 hour difference in West Coast. So I think that's 9 hour difference with the East Coast. So that's going to be a little bit of a problem. But man, honestly, like I wasn't planning on moving into different esport only because I I just got into Valorant, right? So Call of Duty was our main bread and butter, and then
Yeah,
we moved into Apex. That couldn't wait. Like it wasn't working out. We didn't have either the time or the skills to pursue pro level, and then so I dropped that. And then we had, um, we went to Madden. Madden was also out of nowhere. I wanted to give that game a chance, and it's fun. I love playing Madden. Then we just jump into Valorant, which is a big deal because it's an up and coming esport.
that's popping. It's popping off at the moment.
Yeah, the kids over there are doing so well. So when you came idea with FIFA, I was like, why not? Right? It's an esport that I do like to play the game. Um, I like playing the game. I played it when I was in college. I think FIFA 15. Yeah, no, 14, 15. That's when I played FIFA, and it was fun. It was fun for me to play. It is frustrating, pretty frustrating at times,
Yeah,
but we truly can't wait for more. We had a talk about where you stand, which position is in the organization, the length of our relationship, and I think being in the building phase together fits so much better than you coming in with the team, because at least we can both see the growth from the starting
yeah.
point to the when championship starts to coming around.
And you'll see personalities blossom from
Yeah,
other people. You'll get to like meet them firsthand, like I will do. I won't be bringing faces who I know.
Yeah.
It'll be new to me as well. So it'll be an experience for me as well.
And I like that.
Right.
I personally like that the most. That way, we can all build together. We can all start together. Um, the same way, I think when Hex introduced the CS:GO team, his first ever CS:GO team, that was kind of new for everyone. But they started and they grew and they won season 2 E League. I think that was E League. Um, so good and so forth. But hey, man, I appreciate you for being a part of this, right? Being part of the org. Um, Next, I do want you to be a
I
part of
appreciate the
Heathen's
platform.
Night. Yeah, of course, man. I want you to be a part of Heathen's Night next time where you kind of interact and get to play with other Heathens. They play Valorant. Maybe we can throw in a sports game this time, maybe FIFA, 2K, or Madden, just to kind of build relationship among everybody else. That's what we're all about, is to get together, have fun together, and do things together.
Yeah, man. Sounds good.
Yeah, but I appreciate you, man. Thank you for stopping by. At least people get to know the gist of who you are here in Heathens. I guess again, for everyone who doesn't know, I will link Jordan's Twitter and all the social media platform down below in the description. If this is on Spotify, since it's a podcast, it'll still be in the description. So you just get to see who he is, his accolades, and all that kind of good stuff. All right. Hey, man. Thank you. Thank you so much, bro.
Anytime, brother.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
You too, man. See you later, buddy.
That's it.
Bye bye.